Hey everyone, Deen here. Just wanted to talk a bit today from my studio area about our idea for the Beautiful You project. The Beautiful You project will focus on underrepresented uh, communities such as those with disabilities, like myself, who have lived with disabilities all my life. We seek to build a community together, a creative community, through this space and through building workshops with you on creative projects and people who want to take our creative challenge to be creative with us and build a community because we believe that you can discover yourself and discover how beautiful you are through creativity. You can discover your place in the world. You can become employed. You can develop your own business. There's all sorts of possibilities, not disabilities. There's all sorts of possibilities when you're creative. And that's what we believe with the Beautiful You project. We want to develop a community where we can create together. And in the coming weeks and months, you're going to see that we're going to do that and give opportunities to people to find their voice and find themselves and find their beauty. This idea came about because I was in bed ill for the better part of the last 2 years and really was struggling with first an H. pylori stomach virus, and then once I recovered from that, uh, a terrible, terrible hernia that I needed to have surgery on, and then I had kidney stones after that. And I was literally thinking that this might be the end of my life, or that I wanted my life to end, frankly. Um, I was dealing with daily pain, and I just thought, well, maybe this is the way my life is going to be now. Maybe I won't be able to do things anymore. And I had already been successful out here in Los Angeles and successful in the entertainment industry. I was well known. I was well liked. I had a lot of friends and people that I worked with. I had worked on music and film and all kinds of things. I had been a teacher. And I just thought, well, maybe this is the end of my life as I know it. And being there in bed for the better part of 2 years gives you a lot of time to think and a lot of time to think about yourself and your soul and God and all kinds of things. And I was also making, you know, the ultimate playlist, which we'll get to later. Uh, but in the midst of all this thinking about my life, I was rethinking myself as a person with a disability. Although I had been moderately successful, I live on my own. I'm not in a hospital. At least I wasn't for a lot of it. I live in Los Angeles, where I always wanted to live. I had achieved every goal that I wanted to achieve, and beyond. Uh, Other than finding a wife, which is another issue, which you'll also hear about. uh, but when you're down in bed like that and you're reassessing your life, there's all kinds of opportunities to think about everything. And I had been kind of thinking that although I had been successful in so in many ways, I was afraid, and I was asking the world to accept me and allow me to exist in it, rather than building my own world and finding what makes me happy and finding beauty within myself. And it took a long time for me to think of myself as beautiful. And my friend and co-writer and loved one and wonderful person and Yoda to my life, Mr. Cookie Jar, and I wrote a song together called "Beautiful You," and it really helped me to find the beauty within myself. And that's what I want to do for other people, for my former students, for my new students, for everybody that's going to be on here with us. I want to help you realize that the future is full of possibilities and you could do anything. And there's beauty within you, whether you can find it right now or not. We're going to help you find it because there's beauty within you in ways that you don't know. Maybe you don't understand, but there's everyday beauty out there in the world, and you're part of that. And you're beautiful every day. Thank you. Peace.